Well, it's day one of Bout of Books, and I'm driving a super loaded car because it's also moving day. We're moving not to our new house, we're moving to the town where our new house is, the town we're moving to, but we're in a house in between. It's just a crazy situation. But anyway, at least we're moving to the place where we're going to live. So we finished our beach holiday and I'm heading west, and I've got probably another 2 hours of driving in front of me. Denny and the boys are already there. So day one, Bout of Books, absolutely no reading. I've been packing and cleaning all day, but let's hope that day two will involve a lot less packing and a lot more reading. I have to find where my books are. They're in here somewhere. Welcome back to my crazy life, everyone. I guess I'll talk to you tomorrow when there's books involved. H is for Hawk. I'm 100 pages in or something. I'm finding it incredibly sad. I understand that animals are bred for specific reasons, but that alone makes me sad. So I am married to a man who loves horses, and I've watched him break in many horses, and every time I get this feeling inside me that thinks about how he is just breaking their souls. Their real desire is to run free with their mob, but he's breaking them down day by day so that he can direct them how he wants to. Does that make sense? And I have this discussion with him every time, but he says this is what they're bred for. They're not wild brumbies. These animals have been bred in captivity pretty much. He's not dragged them from the wild. Anyway, either way, it makes me feel funny. And Helen McDonald, I'm up to the part where she's just got her hawk and is just starting to train it, and they've locked themselves in the house and are kind of working each other out. And she's sort of talked about how she's slowly starting to break down the barrier between them, and the hawk keeps trying to get away. I can't remember what she called it, there's a term for it, but he's leashed to her or to the cage or to whatever it is. And I just feel so sad for this hawk. I just don't like it. And I understand it. I get that this is what happens, but it's still this writing of it. She's speaking a lot about the metaphoric term of her becoming invisible to the hawk, and then her wanting to become invisible to the world, and all of these sort of subplots. But all I can think about is this poor hawk who is being shut inside and whose soul is slowly being broken. That may be ridiculous, but I can't get past that at the moment. So yeah, to say this is a feel-good book for me is wrong. I'm turning each page and just going, oh, just cringing. Anyway, I'm going to continue on it because, I want to see how this all works out. I hope at the end there's some huge release and this hawk gets to go back to where it's supposed to be, but that might be wishful thinking. Okay, I'm going to read now. I'll talk to you soon. Wednesday, it's day 3 of Bout of Books, and I have finished a book. I finished H is for Hawk, finally. I gave this 3 stars. I think what this book really highlighted for me is that I am a fiction reader. This was a memoir, but in between all the memoirish bits, there was a history lesson. And Helen Macdonald basically told the story of another falconer that she admired and that she had read his book and learnt a lot of things from him, and she retold it kind of in her own words. And there was also little tidbits about falconry and in the past and yada yada. I skimmed over those bits at the end. I had no interest, and I felt annoyed every time I skimmed, not at myself, but at the book and at the writing, because I felt like there was so much more. She could have just left all of that out and told us more about herself, about how she came to be involved in falconry. You know, what we hear from her is that her father dies and she gets a hawk and starts to train a hawk. And in between all those bits, she gives all these hints about how she's, you know, she teaches falconry, she's trained hundreds of hawks. All of these things that she just kind of threw out there, and I wanted to know more about. And I thought this would have been a much more successful novel if she had left all the history lesson out and just focused on her story, which is a shame. So whether that's just me being not a non-fiction reader, I don't know. There were moments in the book that were just, you know, the writing was breathtaking when she explained her grief, and that how her grief evolved was really interesting, and, you know, brought me to tears a few times. But I just found it for me, it wasn't as successful as it could have been. So 3 stars, but that's okay. So I finished this last night, but I couldn't tell you about it straight away because we are in a tiny cottage and everybody was asleep. So and then I picked up Plain Song by Ken Haroof. So I'm, I don't know, 50 pages in, nothing. So my idea today is to get this little fella read. I had a really great day reading yesterday, and it didn't take away from being with my kids or doing what needed to be done. I just made sure that in the down moments I picked up a book. So I'm going to do that again. This is great. Bout of Books is really getting me off a screen or getting me off the phone and focusing on reading, which is what I need because it hasn't been my focus lately. Anyway, I exercised this morning. I know, it's bizarre. I went for a walk for 45 minutes or something and I'm exhausted. All of that Christmas food. I'm just gonna have some lovely eggs and mushrooms and have a bit of an easy morning and try and get back on track, and then we'll head out for an adventure this afternoon. That's the update for day 3. Distractions and sit around and read all day, but I really do. I really just want no distractions. My children haven't let me read all day because they've wanted to interact with me. Like, how dare they want to do that? So I'm only 80-something pages into Plain Song, but I really wanted to try and finish this today. But anyway, my husband has taken them to visit a friend, so I've snuggled down into bed and I'm going to get stuck into reading. So hopefully that works and I can get this read tonight. Wish me luck. Hi, it's day 4 of the readathon. It's Thursday, day 4 of Bout of Books, and I finished Plain Song by Ken Haroof. This is a lovely story. It's just nice to read, an easy, lovely story. This is told from, I don't know, maybe 4 different people's perspectives. They all live in a town called Holt. And one is Victoria, and she's a teen mama. She, yeah, she's doing it all by herself. There's Tom Guthrie, who's a teacher, and he's got a depressed wife, and he deals with that. And then his two sons, Ike and Bobby, who are just great, and they're having to deal with all of their mother's crap, and they're making friends and doing newspaper routes. And then there's the McFerrins, who are my favourite. They're two elderly brothers who just lived and worked on the farm all their lives. They're bachelors, and they take in Victoria, the pregnant teenager, and the love that grows there is so nice to read about. This is the first in a 4-book series, so I do intend to read every one of these. If I see them, I will pick them up. But yeah, if you want just a really great story, this is the book for you. Okay, we are going to head out for lunch and go race some slot cars. And then I'll come back in this afternoon and start on my next book. I don't know what that'll be yet, which one. I've got 2 more books left to read, so. Saturday, day 6 of Bout of Books. I am coming to you from the car at 7 o'clock in the morning. I didn't speak to you yesterday because it's just one of those days where it was all about the kids and no reading got done, so no point chatting. I woke up early this morning and discovered there was a book sale at one of the churches here, so I am here even before it opens. It was on yesterday and today, so I hope I didn't miss out on good stuff. I hope it's not all Danielle Steele. Fingers are crossed. Yeah, so not much reading has got done. I don't think I'm going to be able to hit my desired goal. I had planned, I don't know if I told you, I started, oh gosh, the sun. Half of a Yellow Sun. I wanted to have finished this by yesterday, but I'm only 100 pages in or something. I'm really enjoying it. I wish I had more time to sit down and read it. It started off from a little boy's view who became a houseboy for a lecturer at a university in Nigeria. So it's from his perspective, the first chapter, and then the next perspective is from this lecturer's lover, I guess that's what she is. And then she moves in with the lecturer. And then the third perspective is from some random guy who becomes the boyfriend of this girl's twin sister. Blech. So it's just kind of this ramble of introducing characters. I don't feel lost. I just feel like it is jumping around a bit. Everything is connected, but I guess we're just getting to know everybody to start with, and then it will develop from there. There's no big backstories. It's interesting to read. It's really nicely written. I'm enjoying the writing a lot. So yeah, today's going to be another one of those days. It's Star Wars Day today, so that's not really helpful for mummy trying to read, but it's a lot of fun for the kids. So yeah, I want to finish this by the end of Bout of Books. So I will have read 3 books if I finish this, which is more than I normally read or have been reading, so that's good. I just wanted to try and knock it out of the park, and it's just not going to happen. Anyway, That's what I get for doing a readathon in the school holidays. I need to remember that next time. So I'm just going to sit here and wait for these guys to open their doors, and hopefully find some gems of books in there. And then, yeah, kind of head home and see the masses. Anyway, just thought I'd update you. I'll talk to you when I have read something. Bye. I just spent $25 at the book sale and I got 16 books and about 5 or 6 kids books. So it's super exciting. I will go through them with you later. But I've had a wonderful time. I've been in there an hour. It's been great. Sunday the 13th of Jan. It's the last day of Bout of Books and I have to call it here. We're about to head out to a family barbecue which is going to go all day. So I'm just not going to have any chance to read anymore, which makes me sad. My first Bout of Books experience has been so much fun because I was challenging myself and also I was joining in Twitter conversations and having a good time there. Also disappointing because I haven't finished a book and that's going to really annoy me. But anyway, so my TBR had reading 2 full novels. I read 1 full novel, which was Plain Song, and I'm so glad I did because I loved this book. It was great. And the other full novel that I was going to read was Half of a Yellow Sun. I am only that far in because life and children and stuff like that. I love this. I'm only that far in and I want to sit and read it all the time, but things keep getting in the way and it's really, really frustrating. I've taken it everywhere with me to try and fit it in. As you've seen on the vlogs, it's just not happening and it makes me sad. But I'm definitely going to finish this book this month for sure. I really am excited to read it. So I read 1 1/4 of a full book. Then I had 2 books that I was going to finish. One was The Overstory and I didn't even pick it up. So again, that rolls on, which is really frustrating. And the other I did, which you all saw, which was H is for Hawk, which I gave 3 stars to. So that one's finished. And then I had a couple of buddy reads. I had Never Let Me Go, which I'm buddy reading with Leah, but I haven't heard from Leah, so I'm just going to save that. So I didn't pick that up because I don't want to start that without her. And then I had Atlas Shrugged. I read the first 2 chapters of this. So this is a buddy read with my sister. So I completed 1 of those buddy read things. I'm just so bummed that I'm going to leave this not done, but it just is what it is. So yeah, Bout of Books, my first experience is complete. It's been nice vlogging and sharing this with you. I really love doing readathons and doing these vlogs, so I'm sure that we will meet again in this format very soon. In fact, I know we will. I'm doing another readathon. Actually, it starts today, so stay tuned. How ridiculous. Okay, it's been nice chatting with you on this crazy week. I will talk to you again very soon. Bye.